In this series of videos we're going to look at Unit 7 of the multiple choice of 2017. The stimulus for questions 16 to 19 is this. An apricot cake recipe recommends the following ratios of ingredients by weight in grams. First thing that you should notice here is we've got apricots divided by flour, apricots divided by baking powder and so on, and an equal sign. This means this is an equation, and you can use algebra to set up these equations so that they make them a bit more useful. So we have apricots equal flour, apricots divided by flour, so I call that AP divided by FL equals 1.33. That's 1 1/3, which is the same as 4/3. Fractions make things a whole lot easier when we do our calculations. Then we have flour over sugar equals 3/2, which is the same as 1 over 1.5, and apricots over baking powder equals 40, and then we have flour over butter equals 6. These equations will make it a lot easier to solve our problems. Okay, so let's look at our question. We have question 16. Samira makes a cake using 500 grams of apricots. Which of the following is the best estimate of the quantity of flour she should use? The key thing here, we have apricots and flour, so we need to use our apricots and flour equation, and we know that apricots is 500. So our apricots flour equation is that one there. We know that apricots is 500. 500 over flour equals 4/3, and then we just solve that equation. Multiply both sides by 3, so we have 1500, and multiply both sides by flour, so we have 4 times flour equals 1500. Then divide by 4. If we do this, we can see we're dividing 15 by 4. It goes into 12 with 3 left over. 4 into 30 goes 7 with 2 left over. 375 equals flour, and we can see that 375 is closest to B. In this case, that's our best estimate. Okay, question 17, similar. Tom makes a cake using 500 grams of sugar, and we want sugar and baking powder. We flip back to our equations. Sugar and baking powder, there's no such thing. To connect sugar and baking powder, we have apricots and baking powder and sugar and flour, and then we've got apricots and flour connecting the two. Okay, so we're going to have to use these 3 equations to solve our problem. We can see that again we're using 500 grams of sugar. Okay, so that's our known, so this is the one we need to start with. Okay, so flour, and it's got 500 grams of sugar, so we put 500 grams on the bottom, equals 3/2. Okay, so we're solving for flour here. Then once we solve for flour, we'll solve for apricots, and then we can solve for baking soda. So flour equals 1500 over 2. Okay, 500 times 3 is 1500 divided by 2. Flour equals 750. Then we need to put that into this equation. So we have apricots over 750 equals 4/3. Okay, so then we're going to multiply by 750, so we have apricots equals 4 times 750 divided by 3. 750 is easily divided by 3, it becomes 250. 250 times 4 is 1000, so apricots equals 1000. And our final equation, we need to connect apricots and baking soda, so we have 1000 over baking soda equals 40. 1000 equals 40 times baking soda, so therefore we can divide both sides by 40, and we end up with 25 equals baking soda. Key tip here, if you've got zeros on both sides, you can just cancel them to make the division easier. 25 equals baking soda. D is indeed our answer for question 17. I'll stop it there and then we'll go to question 18 and 19.